The Friday prayer service at the El Paso Islamic Center. There are chants in Arabic and a message in English. The message about a misunderstood religion, that 1 in 5 people in the world is Muslim, but there are so many misconceptions about the religion.
That if Islam is that big, then people are entitled to know more about this faith.
Islam. It is the second largest religion after Christianity. With 23% of the global population, or 1.5 billion people claiming to be Muslim, Islam is currently the fastest growing religion in the world. If the current trend continues, Islam will be the most popular world religion sometime in the mid-21st century. Approximately 50 countries are Muslim majority, such as Pakistan, Egypt, and Iraq. Although the majority of Muslims live in Asia and Africa, 7 million Muslims call the United States home. So what is Islam? And why should you care to know? This short documentary sets out to answer those questions and more. By looking at the beliefs and practices of Muslims and comparing them to Christianity, a better understanding of Islam can be reached.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allah.
Islam means the submission or surrender of one's will to the will of the only true God worthy of worship, Allah. Islam is not named after a person or tribe such as Christianity, which was named after Jesus Christ. Islam is a monotheistic, Abrahamic faith. Such faiths believe that God creates, is one, rules, reveals, loves, judges, and forgives. Similar faiths include Judaism and Christianity. So who are Muslims? A Muslim is one who has submitted to the will of Allah, or in other words, one who practices Islam. It is similar to the term Christian, which is one who follows Christ. And finally, who is Allah? Allah is the God that Muslims worship. Allah is used by Arab speakers of all Abrahamic faiths in reference to God, much like Spanish-speaking Christians referring to God as Dios. The basics of Islamic beliefs and how they compare to Christianity can be seen in the 5 articles of faith. The first article states that there is only one God. This is similar to Christianity, except Muslims consider the Trinity to be a polytheistic belief. Next is the belief in God's revelations through the Quran. This is equivalent to the Bible, but with 2 major differences. The Bible is said to be written by personal accounts of men, while the Quran claims to be the direct word of God. Another difference is that the Quran has remained unaltered since it was first written, unlike the Bible, which has gone through dozens of revisions and translations. The third and fourth articles of faith are the belief in God's angels and his messengers, which refer to the prophets. According to Islam, angels are messengers without free will. Prophets are messengers as well, but are not considered divine. Muslims recognize the same prophets as Christians, such as Adam, Abraham, and even Jesus. However, they believe that the message from Jesus became corrupt, and thus Muhammad was sent to restore the truth. The last article of faith is the belief in the Day of Judgment, similar to the stories told in the book of Revelation.
While the articles of faith are the basic beliefs of Muslims, the 5 pillars of Islam are the basic practices each Muslim must follow. The first pillar, or rule, is the basic creed of Islam that must be recited wholeheartedly. They must repeat this creed in prayer, which is also the second pillar of Islam. Prayer must be recited 5 times a day. Annual charity is a religious obligation and the third pillar of Islam. The fourth fundamental practice is fasting from dawn to dusk during the month of Ramadan. Young children and sickly, as well as others, are not obligated to fast if it would constitute an undue burden. The final pillar of Islam is the pilgrimage, called the Hajj, to the city of Mecca. Every able-bodied Muslim must take the pilgrimage once in his or her life. Walking around and kissing the Kaaba, or black stone, are some of the rituals done during the Hajj. The black stone is a Muslim relic, which according to Islamic tradition, dates back to the time of Adam and Eve. It is also the focal point to which every Muslim prays towards. And now, the great debate.
Tonight's topic, Islam versus Christianity. Which is right? Islam. Christianity. Islam!
On second thought, dispelling some common myths about Islam would be a more accomplishing task than a debate that could go on forever. Some common misconceptions are that Muslims are violent terrorists. On the contrary, Islam teaches peace. Terrorists have twisted the teachings for their own purposes. It is also said that Islam doesn't tolerate other faiths. The Quran teaches Muslims that they are not the only ones worshiping God. Jews and Christians are referred to as the people of the book. The Quran also commands Muslims to protect mosques, monasteries, synagogues, and churches from harm because God is worshipped therein. The biggest misconception about Islam is that most Muslims are Arab. Actually, the largest populations of Muslims lives in Indonesia. Arabs only account for 15% of the Muslims.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm just starting to think that this religion thing, we're not going to settle it in 3 minutes. So if you could just wrap it up and find some common ground, that would be great. Sorry.
Maybe the Jew's right. Yeah, maybe so, you know, which is funny because I normally don't care for Jews.
We don't either.
Really?
We seem to find them kind of scheming.
We're very big on that too.
Really?
Yes.
You know what? We're not so different after all.
Islam is a religion of peace and worship. Muslims worship the same God as Christians and Jews. It is the fastest growing religion in the world and is impacting our daily lives more and more. It is beneficial to learn and respect this faith, regardless of your own beliefs, so that we might live together without conflict or prejudice. If not for yourself and others, do it for the kids.